What is going on, Wolfpack Savage here? In today's video, we'll be breaking down another viewer submitted gameplay, and of course this will be a solos. I really want to hit solos a couple more times this week just so you guys can get used to playing by yourself, so when you do play duos, trios, or quads, you guys can kind of have the know-how to work a situation if you get caught up by yourself. But before we dive into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the Wolfpack today, also leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 700 likes. And as always, join our Discord community so you guys can meet other teammates, meet other players, and build relationships and basically shit on bots. But like I said, I really want you guys to get in the habit of playing by yourselves. That way, when you play team-based gameplay, not only can you learn great teamwork from the videos that you watch on this channel, but you can also take into account the solo gameplay you guys have watched, so you guys can go out there and be better on your own, again, should your team get wiped, or should you just be caught up by yourself. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, here we are spectating my dude Crypto. All right, but we are going for the scav. Now, scavs are very, very popular right now for whatever reason. It's like, I don't know, people may be catching on to the meta finally. So there's a scav over here, but we need to make it there fast, because if we keep messing around shooting at people who are not an immediate threat, we're not going to make it the scav bounty. Not to mention, even if we got there, he's stuck. Not to mention, even if we got there, other players will probably end up picking it up. And I think that's exactly what happened, because the mark, his ping, instantly went away. So if you have the idea of getting a scav bounty, make sure you try to get there as fast as possible. Now, if you're getting shot and things like that, that's a whole different ball game. And again, I wouldn't even waste the time looting this building. Honestly, I would go right for the scav. You don't really need anything in here. It doesn't really seem like anybody landing near you. Not to mention, as we were floating in, we're scanning, so we know that nobody's over here. So instead of wasting time, I would instantly head to that scav bounty, get that thing started, start popping those things off so you can get your buy and you get your loadout as fast as possible. The idea behind battle royales is to loot as fast as possible. It's been like that with every battle royale. For some reason, a lot of players, you know, they find it, or they get into this habit of just looting from start to finish. Even when they have their loadout and armor satchels and self-reses and kill streaks, they're still going to buildings and looking around. And I know it's a habit a lot of players have, but it's something you get out of the habit, but it's a habit you need to break. So we know that nobody's over here. All right, there is Joe Blow just running right to us. I'm not really sure what he was trying to chase down. On his map, he's got no objectives over here. Since we've already picked the scav, it's only available for us. So I have no idea why this player went out this way. I'm guessing he probably tried to go to the other scav. Someone else ended up getting it, so he bailed out to come this direction. If you're approaching a building, no matter what the situation is, if you just have a pistol, if it's early in the game, you need to always keep your eye on the windows and the doorways and things like that. And also check to see if the building has open doors or broken windows. That guy could have avoided death. Well, he probably still would have died because he had a pistol, but he could at least shot us a couple times before he went out. If he would have been paying attention to the window and saw us sitting up there. All right, we actually have two. All right, we actually have two people. We have one guy parachuting in. It was the same guy you just killed. He came right back for you. Look, guys, if you die early in the game, I understand wanting to go back and get your loot, right? If you die and you're fully looted and fully kitted and you win your gulag, I understand wanting to go back and having that either revenge kill or just getting your shit back. I get that. But if you die in the beginning and all you have is a pistol and you decide, I'm going to go back there and try again and fight the guy who just killed me with an LMG with a pistol again, that's just a dumb decision. Definitely pick and choose your battles correctly, guys. All right, but here we are. We got a bounty marked and we got the buy station marked as well. We have enough money to get a UAV. Now you can get a self-res if you choose. It's 100% preference. Me, myself as a player, if I do play solos, I'm going to play pretty aggressive. So if I go down, I'm probably going to get executed. So I'm going to save my self-reses for when I come back from the gulag, right? I'm not going to waste my self-res before the gulag because I just feel like that's a lot of wasted money. But personal preference, do what you do. There's no right or wrong answer with that. Now, we're getting shot from somewhere to the northwest because of the sound. I believe he's closer than that wall and bank. Probably around the tree, maybe to the right, right there, to the right. I see him behind the... Yeah, there you go. There you go. And blaze him down. I love that. All right, so here's the thing in that fight. The enemy had us damaged, and I'm assuming the enemy's health is full, right? We had to put a lot of shots on him to break his armor and then hit him more to get the kill. So I'm assuming he had full HP. So in that fight, he had the advantage. And our teammate had pushed down off that little ledge that he was just on. So all he had to do is push Crypto and had a little bit more advantage on him if he would have had that ridge and also had Crypto damage. So the fact that he shot Crypto and stayed behind the tree was just poor gunplay, honestly. It really was no gunplay. He just sat there waiting for us to go back to him. And again, trees are protection, but it's not the optimum protection you want. So the fact that he just stayed there waiting for us, he was just begging to die. If you guys damage an enemy and you know that he's damaged and has less health than you, just go ahead and push up to a better position and get the kill. All right, here we have again another player. Another player diving in on us with a pistol. And I'm all about being aggressive, but I feel like this is a little ignorance in their aggression, to be honest. There's just no reason to try to land on someone on the rooftop at all, especially if they have headphones, which I hope all players have headphones. It just doesn't make any sense because he's going to hear your parachute coming in. The announcer's going to tell him that you're coming in. And on top of that, you're underlooted and underplated, right? But here we have the most wanted bounty. Now, we'll say we wasted a lot of time on the rooftop of this building and we utilized the UAV, but we never got a kill from it, right? We saw that there was a guy on top of bank, but we never pushed it. We never utilized the UAV to our advantage. Instead, we stayed back on the roof and played a little bit passive, which isn't a bad play. But if you're trying to up your kills, Crypto, I definitely would have pushed him. Whenever you have somebody marked or you know where someone's at, you need to use that knowledge to your advantage and make a play off of it and capitalize on it. All right, so we're scanning the big mountain. Don't really see much activity. Now, because of the circle rotation and where everyone has to go, all of hangars, airport, superstore, promenade, train station, they're all going to have to push up and in the circle. Now, this is definitely going to be a hot spot around hospital. There's going to be a lot of kills. So we're in a good position to have Overwatch on that. Granted, with all the building cover and stuff, we probably won't be able to do much of anything. One thing I would be worried about is this hill right here. There's going to be a few people, 2, 3, maybe 4 at best, on this hill. Now, they're probably going to fight each other, but you can utilize this time, if you see them, to practice with your Car 98 shots and see if you can get that lucky headshot. And when I say lucky, I mean, at first, when you're training with a sniper, it really is luck. And then once you start hitting your shots, you start memorizing the lead you need to put on them. You start getting better at snapping, start getting better at trigger control, things like that. So I would never tell you guys to camp on a rooftop, but if you're trying to improve as a sniper and you happen to be on a rooftop, go ahead and take shots at everybody you can without putting yourself in a bad position, because you want to get that practice. You want to get that muscle memory on leading a target. And then, as you know, between the Car 98, the AX50, the HDR, and the R700, they all have different lead. They all shoot differently. You can be a goat with one weapon and absolutely suck with the other. This, for instance, exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not against him doing this because he's trying to practice the lead and the bullet drop and the distance travel and things like that and leading a moving target. So definitely utilize this opportunity if you're safe. And he's pretty safe. Now, we'll say his head is vulnerable from the hill to his left that we were just talking about on the mini-map. But for the most part, he's pretty safe. Now, in this position, guys, if you want to go ahead and get aggressive and get more kills, because we only have 4 kills with 21 enemies left, you have enough money again for a UAV. All right, so we spotted an enemy on the hill using tree as cover. And again, if you're navigating throughout the map, you want to use the trees as cover for sure. You don't ever want to put yourself out in the open. Utilize the trees to your advantage. But one thing I don't like to see is people just sitting behind the trees. And I really don't know what this guy is doing. He's bouncing back and forth. He's going to the trees, running out in the open. He's going back to the trees, running out in the open. And then he's going to the tree. Now, I also wanted to make a point that Crypto was, he's tracking the target and he wasn't shooting at the target. Why wasn't he shooting at the target? He's waiting for that perfect headshot. He's utilizing his patience to get the perfect headshot and get another kill. So I absolutely love the fact that you weren't just whiffing shots and taking random shots. Granted, if you guys need to improve as snipers, definitely shoot at the enemy always. But he was confident in his shot. He knew he can get an easy kill, and he waited for that perfect moment to go ahead, pull the trigger, and shoot the target. So I love that. But as far as the enemy, I don't know what the hell he was doing. You're on a hill. You're on the downslope of a hill. You're on the edge of the circle. You're around hospital and, of course, all of downtown's rooftops. Why you would be running back and forth out in the open, bouncing from tree to tree, and just sitting in the open is absolutely beyond me. So the enemy in that position, don't do what he did, right? If you have a plan of action, if you know you want to go somewhere, make your way there. Don't just keep yourself in the open. Again, like the video yesterday, I told you guys, don't sit behind trees. Trees is awesome cover from certain angles. You sit behind a tree, you're only protected from one direction. The rest of your body, the rest of the degrees, let's just say 280 degrees, is pretty vulnerable to getting shit on. All right, here we are taking shots at another target, basically doing the exact same shit we just were. Let me turn the audio up. All right, there's actually someone coming up the stairs right now. I don't know if you can hear the footsteps or not. Again, that's the importance of having a good headset, is I can hear someone pushing you. And he finally hears it too. Beautiful use of concussion. This is a reason why I say go concussed. Easy kill. Now, I heard his footsteps. I don't know if you guys did. I tried to turn up the audio without actually blowing your eardrums out when the guy started shooting, so hopefully I didn't. But this is the reason why I say if you guys are serious about battle royales, if you're serious about getting into games, like as far as wanting to be better, you guys got to spend a little bit of money to get a good headset. You don't have to get a $500 headset. You don't have to get a $200 headset. Just get something better than what you have now. That way you can hear footsteps. Footsteps in this game are not perfect, but they have come a long way, and you can hear them a lot better than you could season 2. So I heard the guy coming. I don't know if Crypto heard him. It kind of looked like he did, but then again, at the same time, kind of looked like it caught him by surprise. But regardless, Crypto, you know, he panic shot a little bit, and then he came back to his senses, utilized the concussion to throw it in there, hit the enemy before he could push out and kill you and finish you off. And then you dove back in there to get the kill. So I absolutely love that for sure. We have another vehicle coming up. Now, when it comes to downtown endings, again, I never, ever recommend you guys sit in one spot for a long time. We've been on this building for a minute now. We have a guy just got out of a vehicle under us. Be aware of your mini map because you might be able to get a nice kill. They're also fighting down there too. Now, one thing you don't want to do is jump off to that roof, right? Maintain your high ground for sure. And this leads me back to what I was just saying. I never recommend camping on rooftops at all by any stretch of the imagination. However, when it comes to endings like this, you got to put your ego aside and you got to do what you got to do to solidify the win. It's a downtown ending. Grab a rooftop. So again, hold the high ground. Make sure you maintain your spot. You got a great building. No matter where the circle rotates, you can jump off of your building and rotate to that direction. So we got the new circle. We've actually had a match like this before. So let's see how this game plays out. We spot a body right there, which means somebody has died recently. There is his murderer waiting for that perfect headshot for him to just stop moving for 1 second and then take it. Now, one thing I will say as a sniper, now he doesn't look like he knows where you're at, but if this guy was to know exactly where you're at, he sees your glint, he just happens to spot you, whatever the case is, if he finds out where you're at, make sure you're moving around as a sniper. Snipers need to relocate. You don't have to relocate completely at a different area on the map. Just move around the building and use the building to your advantage. So basically, if he had spotted us, the next time he's going to peek, he's going to be looking right in this direction because we haven't moved. So one thing I would recommend is just once you take a shot, if you miss and the enemy looks like he knows where you're at, you want to go ahead and rotate to the other side and take a shot, then rotate to the other side and take a shot, and maybe vault on top and take a shot. Keep your body moving. Not really so much as worrying about other people shooting you, just so that when he does peek, he doesn't pre-fire a location and get an easy headshot. Good armor break. Guy drops prone. Come on, baby. This is your time right here. This is it. He's got no armor. All you got to do is get the shot. All right, here we are relocating. Nope, we're going back to the same side. Now, we need to win this fight. And the reason why we needed to win this fight is because the circle really favors us, to be 100% honest. So if we kill this guy, we can then bail off of this rooftop when the gas does hit us and land on one of these 3 rooftops and use them to our advantage. However, if we don't win this gunfight or if it takes too long, then we run the risk of jumping off this roof to go onto another rooftop and him shooting us out the air, or he lands on the roof and as we're parachuting, he also shoots us out the air. This is actually a really crucial fight that you need to have won. I wouldn't even stop peeking. You want to relocate and move around and kind of stay aware, but I wouldn't let the enemy move from his position without you knowing where he goes. This is going to be a key point right here. Regardless, I do like the fact you're going to a rooftop and utilizing the roofs to your advantage. Again, oh shit. What are the odds of that one? We need to watch the left-hand side. The thing that concerns me is that we rounded the corner and we know the circle's pushing everybody out towards us. So one thing that we didn't look at, which again concerns me, is this side right here, right? Mostly because one, there's a buy station there. So, you know, it's in game. It's the last buy station in. People are going to want to get there if they want to get something good. Self-res, UAV, cluster strike, whatever it may be. This is going to be a prime spot for people to come out of. So I like the fact you checked the roof to see if I was up there, but we should be more worried about this side too, instead of tunneling and focusing on where we're going. You want to scan the area as you're moving around the map, because if someone does come that way, you're vulnerable because you have no cover right here. There's the guy right there. Now, as far as the enemy's concerned, he has 0 awareness. I don't know why that guy, he should have seen us. We were out in the open. We weren't even looking at him. That guy should have had an easy shot on Crypto, but fortunately for us, he didn't. And here we are now with his armor's broken. All we got to do is get about 3 or 4 shots. There it is. Get the down and jump over to get the execute. And there we go. We got the kill. Now we are actually in a very, very bad position because our entire body is exposed to, well, everything but the wall behind us. Luckily for us, these guys are engaged in combat, which is awesome. This guy right here is clearly an easy headshot, but we need to be focused on our next position after we get the headshot of where to go. So take the shot and definitely start thinking about repositioning. All right, so as far as the enemy crawling back and forth, all you have to do when you down an enemy, especially in solos, they're gonna try to play you and they're gonna try to play the tree and force you to reload. They're gonna crawl back and forth, and hopefully by the time you run out of ammo, they'll have enough time to pop the self-res and outplay you. So don't fall for the bait. You guys definitely want to take the shots, but wait for them to actually stick the res. When you see them stick themselves, that's when you get the easy headshot because they're laying perfectly still, crying like a little baby. So don't fall for the bait like we are right here. Now the guy is up and we're in a 1v1 fight. But again, small tree, don't hide behind trees. It's not the best cover in the world. And because his body was so thick compared to that small ass tree. dude, you're just staring down. All right, one thing that's concerning to me though, is we know where that player's at. So in these situations, when it is a 1v3, you want to go ahead and take care of the players that you know exist, because the last thing you want to do is put yourself out of position to get into another fight, and then that player that you already had a chance to kill comes out of the building and shoots you in the back, and third party is you. So I probably would have fought that fight first. We have C4. Unfortunately, we don't have stuns. That would have been an awesome benefit. But we do have C4s, and that guy wasn't the best of shots. So I definitely probably would have reach-outed him, knowing exactly where he was at. Again, slide cancel around the corner, ADS and snap exactly where he's sitting, because I promise you he's still going to be sitting in the exact same position looking at the exact same doorway. All right, I like the fact that you won the fight and you rehugged this corner. That way the guy in the building that we were just contesting earlier, I was just talking about, doesn't peek out and shoot you in the back. All right, we've got to get to safety. And unfortunately, the circle favors that guy again that we probably should have fought. All right, we need to pop our place. We need to get a reload before we even leave this building. Go ahead and pop your place. Close the door if you need to. Now, I don't know where the enemy is. I have no idea where this dude could be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 1v1 situation, and the enemy's gonna be to our south. There's no way he's over here and didn't get in a fight with homeboy camping in the house or without us spotting him. So I do believe he was on the south side of the map, and he's probably working his way over towards us. So just be very careful with this little hallway right here, or even the wall back there. He's probably just gonna be sitting up waiting for you to go to him, because you are on the back side. Now you're in a position. He's gonna be trying to gatekeep you because you're gonna have to move out here. So let's see how this plays out. Hopefully solidify the win. Whenever you're, oh shit, there he is too. But anyway, whenever you're walking like this, like he is, you want to make sure you line up your crosshair with where you think the enemy is going to come from. So in this situation, I would assume he's coming from the door. I would assume he's coming from this thing, or I would assume he's going to be behind this wall. Well, because the door in this little hallway in between, in this little walkway in between these two buildings is the most immediate threat, I would keep my crosshair right here lined up at head level and with the wall of the building. That way, if he does peek, I don't have to snap to him. I can instantly start taking shots and hopefully get the kill. There he is right there. Stop getting in fights, crouch. Please stop it. If you were the enemy in that position, what would you have done? What would you have done if you were in the enemy's position right there? He clearly knew we were at, because he rounded the corner looking right at us. This dude knew where we were at. How? I don't know, but he knew where we were. So in that situation, you come out of this walkway, you sprint, slide cancel, and ADS and snap on us. It's a very easy thing to do. Him crouch walking over gave us ample amount of opportunity to move our crosshair over. He didn't even have to line up the crosshair with the wall like I was talking about because of how slow this guy was moving. Oh, there's his leg. He can't see us. His gun can't physically shoot us yet, but there's his leg. There's half his body. Oh, wait. Easy kill. He literally died before he even broke our armor. We still have a sliver of plates left. So guys, stop engaging in fights crouched. Your movement's hindered. You're an easy target. You're vulnerable. It's just the worst way to, well, I think laying prone is the worst way to get in a fight. But crouching is definitely not the option. Crypto, thank you for submitting the gameplay, brother. I really appreciate it, man. You played really well, a little passive, but you were able to show the community that even playing passive can get you a nice, decent double-digit kill win. We've been showing you guys how to play aggressive a lot, so it was nice to have a change of pace and have a little bit more of a passive gameplay to show you guys that you can still come out with a nice, decent win, even if you only have 3 kills halfway through the match. He got most of his kills downtown. He read the circles correctly. He had a couple unfortunate things happen for him. A few things he probably should have done differently, like the guy on the roof that he was sniping at. Definitely would have killed him instead of divert my attention, but you know, he was very aware with the sound, heard the guy come up the staircase. So good job, Crypto, and congrats on your first solo win, brother. But if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section below, and as always, subscribe to the channel today, leave a like on the video, and until next time, boys, good luck in Warzone. Thank you for watching. Again, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out one of these 2 videos, and as always, subscribe by clicking over here. You have a good one. Until next time, keep on improving.